Welcome back to Restore Thrive. Dr. Tim Cummings here to talk about ankle flexibility. Now there's a bunch of different ways that we can stretch out your ankle, taking care of your calf, taking care of the front of your shin, working on that ankle or even your midfoot and toes specifically. This is just a classic calf stretch. We're going to add a little twist. Instead of just holding that calf stretched out, we're going to do this through an active range of motion. So all you need is something to put your foot up against. That can be a wall, that can be a pole like this. And what we're going to do is position this foot so that your toes are up against that immovable object. My heel's on the ground. I'm going to start with my knees straight. And we're going to go after two parts of your calf. We're going to go after high calf, and then we're going to get a little bit lower and deeper and work what we call the soleus, which is a muscle that sits beneath. So if I'm starting by stretching calf, I'm going to pay attention to what my hip and my knee are doing. As I'm leaning into the stretch, I want to make sure that I'm pushing my hip towards the pole, just rocking back and forth here. And I'm going to get a good 15 reps here. So I'm just going to rock back and forth, try to keep my toes up on the pole here, and I just feel that right through the top of the calf there. I don't feel really any pinching in my ankle, any stretching down in my Achilles. Just working that back and forth. And I should be able to breathe normally as I do this as well. I shouldn't be breath holding, shouldn't have to clench my teeth, close my eyes. That feels like that's starting to open up and get a little bit warmer as I go. So then, step two, like we talked about, we want to stretch that soleus, which sits beneath the calf, and that Achilles. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to make our knee lead the way now. So instead of that hip going forward, I'm going to try to push my knee towards the pole or towards the wall. If I'm doing this against the wall, just coming on and off tension here. Now, one of the things that's important here when you're driving with your knee, you see my foot slipping a little bit here, so I'll reset, is where your knee goes. I don't mind if your knee goes straight forward or a little bit out, so we can be right in line with our foot or slightly outside. What I don't want to see is your knee traveling in, because what will happen is your foot will start to turn out and you'll work around that limit you have in your ankle and in that muscle. So we've got to really fight to keep that knee tracking right over the foot or slightly outside of the foot. Again, 15, even 20 or 30 reps is fine if you're really tight with this. You should notice as you're doing this a little bit of a change, and make sure again that you can see I've had to reposition my foot a couple times because I'm taking up all the slack in that ankle to try to improve that range of motion. So once I've done that a couple times, one of the easiest ways to test that range of motion is get into your squat form, see how that feels when you get to the bottom, and now it feels like my knee can get way farther forward and outside of my foot on this left side versus on my right side. I'm just a little bit stiffer. I hit the wall sooner there. So that's our basic wall stretch for the calf and for the soleus. Try this one at home. Let us know what you think. We'll talk to you guys again soon.